All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Friday, October 11th. Before I do, a couple of housekeeping items. First, thanks to loyal viewer Mike, who pointed out that I had a typo. Well, actually, I think I just misspelled Taipei yesterday. And then I didn't notice when I did the check all that there was a square missing. So I will have to double check that today. And then also viewer Blue Floyd helpfully pointed out that I should really be using Chambers Dictionary, which is, I think, the official dictionary of most British cryptic crosswords. I do have my 1983 edition of Chambers 20th Century. You can tell it has been sitting on my shelves a long time with the faded. For some reason, red seems to fade from books more than others. So if you do have books on shelves or anything up on shelves that are red, be careful, maybe move them around a little bit. Anyway, I did, by the way, I looked, I thought, oh, this is going to be so out of date, it won't have words like modem, but it actually did have modem. I was very surprised. Anyway, the crossword today is by Chaos. Let's see what Chaos has for us. Oh, well, a very apt one across. Cryptic setter, one could describe as easy. Well, Vulcan comes to mind, or Dynamo. But I think it's going to be something a little more complicated than that. Could it be an anagram of setter? I don't see an anagram and then describe as easy in quotes. Well, simple would be easy, but I don't see that. Let's try these downs. Son story about King's brother. In conclusion, a criminal. Oh boy, yes, I think they're getting it. Randy Andy again. I think it is going to be some kind of criminal, maybe. Our criminal can be an anagram indicator, but I think we have already enough wordplay with story going. About kings could be about ER, CR. Brother in conclusion, excuse me, might be the R, the last letter in brother. Yeah, I don't see that one either. How about, oh no, cricket, English batsman bowled down the middle by machine. Well, English is probably going to be an E. But what's batsman bowled down the middle? And then is it going to be a machine? No. How about reasons? Old girlfriend swears Romeo's dumped. Well, parsing this, I think the definition is reasons. Old girlfriend is usually X. And then I think a word for swears that has an R in it, and Romeo being the phonetic word for R, I think we remove that. I think it will be a plural. Oh, well, excuses, of course, would be reasons, and curses is swears, but minus the R. All right, finally got one. How about over 500,500 set off? Most peculiar. Well, most peculiar, I immediately think of oddest. And yeah, so an over in cricket can be written down as O, 500 in Roman numerals is D. We have two of them. And then off is an anagram indicator for set. So we get our EST ending. All right, policeman not working, giving up foxtrot for tango. I think again, two of the words from the phonetic alphabet. So I think it's going to be a policeman. Ah, yes. The first word I thought of 9 letters would be a detective. Well, if something is not working, it's defective. But if we swap that F for foxtrot for a T for tango, we get detective. All right, let's finish this first row of downs. Worthless information describing love produces resentment. Well, I think in wordplay, describing can mean one word goes around another. And I think love is going to be an O from tennis. And so then I think we're going to put something for worthless information, either one word or 2 words, around an O to get resentment. Well, again, information, I immediately think of Jen, but oh, dudgeon? Yes. Yeah. It's funny, I always think of it, I hear the phrase, oh, he left in high dudgeon, but I never quite knew what it meant, so I presume it means resentment. But worthless is dud, gen is information, and it goes around the O. All right, so rich young man buying ordinary education. Yeah, I don't know. Ordinary, I think, can be O, perhaps, like in Van Ordinaire, I don't know. An education just simply might be ED at the end. Oh, I'm thinking a word for rich might be loaded. Also, perhaps the Velvet Underground's best album. Putting the cat among the pigeons there. Yeah, so the young man is a lad. And buying, I think, is being used to mean it surrounds the O for ordinary. I'll have to look at 15 squared to see why, remind myself why O is ordinary. All right, innocent, spy boss infiltrates party. Well, spy boss, I'm thinking, is M from the James Bond, well, films at least. I've never read the books. I presume M is in the books as well. And that's going to go inside a party. I'm thinking labor, L-A-B. And so innocent is a noun. You might describe an innocent person, I think, as a lamb. All right. Author's duty about the examination of youth. Something study. Author's duty. I mean, maybe it is something like copyright or but does duty, is it the name of an author, a hyphenated author? I can't, excuse me, think of one. All right, during the weekend, Princess does rollerblading. Yeah, I think Di is still a popular princess for the crossword setters, so maybe DI goes in the middle of something during the weekend. Princess does rollerblading. I think that might be the definition. A verb ending in S. Skates? Oh, yeah, the princess is actually Kate. In between S and S, Saturday and Sunday during the weekend. I don't think I've seen that. I'm sure it's been used before, but I don't think I've seen that one. All right, bug about to be eaten behind closed doors. Well, behind closed doors, I think would be in secret from the letters I have. So I think it's insect is bug, and about is regarding something on the subject is eaten by the insect. So it's one of those Yoda formulations, backwards talk. All right, declares being in favor of strong characters at the center of Brussels. Well, the center of Brussels are the two S's, I would think. Declares, maybe? Being in favor of might be pro. No, I don't see it. Do one more across and then we'll go back to the downs. Mark Twain finds eating spaghetti ends messily. Okay. Um, yeah, I think maybe it's going to be Mark. A word for Mark. I'm wondering about sign. Yeah, so we get the S and the I from the ends of spaghetti. Messily. I don't quite see that. All right, I want to go back to one down. Son, story about King's brother. In conclusion, a criminal. What is son doing? Can son be abbreviated to S? Or is son the definition? Story might be a tale about King's brother. Of course, there is poor Edward, everyone forgets about. No. Ooh, here's English batsman bowled down the middle by machine. Robot? Maybe. Doesn't have the E I was expecting. Oh, is there an English batsman? I think we may have had him before named Root. And I think bowled again in cricket notation might be simply B in the middle. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but there's not too many words that fit that. All right, let's look at a couple more downs. Boil rice, and it's jiggling back and forth. I'm wondering if it could be jiggling as an anagram indicator. Boil rice is 8 and makes 11 plus maybe it. Boil rice and it it means back and forth. Ooh, I'm thinking, oh no, I was thinking collaboration, but there's only one L there. Oh yeah, and we have an I in the fourth. Back and forth might be an RE word, like reiteration, I think I need more letters for that. Golfers making mess of our rough. Ah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Golfers making mess. I don't think it's an anagram. I don't see 9 letters there. No. Try one more. Red Ferrari may be left in place. I think the definition might be, well, I was thinking it might be red, but maybe it's left in place. Ferrari maybe, I think, is going to be wordplay for a sports car, maybe just simply car. Can I think of a shade of red with car in it? Carmine? Is that a red? Left in place. No, I don't see how that would be mine. One more. 50% of them, brothers containing male chromosome. Ooh, I'm wondering if it is going to be, maybe it's going to be a chromosome. It might start with TH, 50% of them, and then brothers. Oh, I'm wondering if it could be embryos. Maybe 50% of them is the EM. I'm thinking brothers might be, yeah, it might be bros. But how do I get the, yeah, maybe there's some similar word that's going to have an M. Yeah, let me pause and look up my chambers, see if that has it. If the chromosome was discovered back in 1983. Well, it did have embryo, of course, and something called an embryon, but didn't see anything with an M in it. And by the way, the dictionary was a birthday present from my brother Dougal, so thank you to him. Well, let's see if, let me go back to the acrosses and see if we can confirm something to do with embryo. Very happy to start with this. Wow. The question mark tells me there's something funny going on here, but I don't get it. Alien creates artificial additional things. Alien is often ET, and maybe with creates is 9 letters. Artificial maybe is telling us to anagram. I'll try the anagram helper here. That's an awful lot of E's and T's. Oh, could it be etc.? Some form of etc. Yeah, let me pause and look up my chambers again. Oh, in fact, I didn't have to because I just realized, as I'm sure you all did, that etceteras fits. So that does maybe confirm the EM start of 18 down. When reversing, some forgot Tesla frequently makes high pitch. Ooh. So reversing and some makes me think we have a hidden reversal clue. So something for a high pitch. Ah, yes. So starting with the F in frequently, we have falsetto. All right. And here is the B right. Doctor Who, actors in outbreak, onset of salmonella. Is it going to be a doctor? If maybe a famous doctor? Could it be Doctor Who actors? Outbreak. Yeah, I think onset of salmonella is going to simply be an S at the end. So we're going to have something, yeah, could be Doctor Who. No, I don't see that. Oh, goodness, I thought there would be no math involved. 11 minus 5 divided by 1,000. Have a go. It covers advanced or simple. Well, 11 in Roman numerals, XI and V over M or K or G for 1,000. Have a go might be try. Oh, it covers advanced or simple. I'm wondering if it could be trigonometry, but I'm not sure. No, that's too long. Advanced or simple. But I do like it ending in TRY. And it is probably going to be some kind of metry, but I don't see it. Does medical practitioner look inside after removing heart? Ooh, I wonder if it could be does, and maybe the answer is deer. Yeah, and so then I think a medical practitioner is a doctor, and we put two E's inside. How does that? No, look inside after removing heart would be the L and the K. Ooh, how about elks? With that, well, that has the L and the K inside after removing heart, but how is medical practitioner ES? Not sure about that. Well, let's see if we could have a K here. Clue for a simpleton. Well, I'm wondering if the A is that A, and then we follow it with a word. Excuse me, a word for simpleton, and the whole thing is clue. What's a word for a simpleton? Donkey? Yeah, I don't get that. Lines of workers rise up to capture extremists separately. Well, workers are often ants. I'm just wondering if we're going to, no, but reversing ants would give TNA. So I don't think that's right. Oh, but they do capture extremists, maybe. So maybe it is. Maybe it is ST. And then we have the NA at the end. And it's going to mean lines. But what extremists? Separately? S and Y? I don't see that. But I am thinking of, there might be some word for lines that's going to fit that, like from a Latin word. All right, royal man, for example, lifting anchor. Yeah, well, for example, it could be EG, and if that is lifting, then maybe we end in GE. So is it going to mean anchor? Hmm. Yeah, I feel like I'm close with a lot of these, but no cigar. State banquet is wasting content. Okay, is it going to be a state? Maybe a US state or content? No. 100 put in Surrey prison, gain height. Well, 100 would be C. Now, do I need to? We had prisons recently, a whole crossword full of prisons. Do I need to know one in Surrey? Yeah, I don't get it. But I'm thinking gain height might be ascend. So then C is, so A might be the first 100. Put in Surrey prison. Yeah, I don't quite get that. Can that end in D? Clue. No, I don't. It doesn't look like it's going to be a word that ends in a D. So maybe some other word for gain height. Let me look at my chambers. No, I'm not seeing anything else, so I'll leave it blank for now. All right. I think I've looked at. Have I looked at everything? Yeah. Absolutely should be able to get this. It's like such an odd word, hyphenated, and I have 4 of the letters, and they're not ordinary ones. Examination of youth. Maybe it's some exam you do in Britain in school. Something study. Oh, but author's duty about the examination. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. And this one with the K should be fairly easy. Yeah, oh, other than a king might be that K. And then a story about it. Ooh, a story can be a lie. ALKIE. I don't think so. What word would that be for a criminal? All right, I think I'm going to have to resort to wordplays.com and find what this is. Well, I'm going to pause and think about it first, but I'm not too hopeful. I did run through the alphabet to think about the second letter, and when I got to H, I did think child. So, examination of youth. Maybe there is something child study, like maybe a branch of sociology or something. But what is the author's? Oh, well, duty about is the last 4 letters. Oh, there's Lee Childs, of course. Is it Lee Child or Childs? I think that is the author, so I'm fairly confident. Let me check this. It is right. All right. I'm glad I stopped to think about the second letter. Oh, so now we do have some letters for boil rice and it. And it should mean back and forth. Ooh, what is it going to end in? Yeah, I think maybe some of those letters are not right. In fact, I have two T's and there's only one T in. Yeah, so I think one of my T's is wrong. Oh, well, yeah, I was only guessing for that one. So let me try that again. Boil rice and it. Oh, what happened? Oh, hold on, I'm on the wrong one, as I'm sure you all spotted. All right. Well, that's good that it stops you typing in letters when you're putting in too many. Okay. I'm still not sure what the ending is going to be. Oh, yeah, I want it to be something like calibration or, but back and forth, reciprocal, back and forth. No, I think I need more for that one. Um, all right, I'm not going to get anything else for my Mark Twain. Hey, I'm going to put in sign and I'm going to check this. It is right, but I don't fully get the wordplay. Uh, I think I am past the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to check embryos. That is right. So need to look at 15 squared. Oh, I'm thinking maybe the definition is 50% of them are, yeah, I think it's an and lit or a clue as definition. I think 50% of embryos turn out to be brothers, males containing male, but the male chromosome, of course, is the Y. And I think it's hidden M. No, I think it is 50% of them plus the bros, and then put in the Y, the male chromosome. Ah, okay. So I'm feeling a little better about this being, again, I think just because I've nothing better to think of, I'm going to check ascend. That is right. Definitely need to check that one at 15 squared to find out what that Surrey prison is. Can Surrey be just S and then prison is end? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. All right. Where to go next? Oh, so 19 does end in a D. That's very clue for a simpleton. That's me. I need a clue. A lunkhead, a no, I think I'm going to use wordplays.com for this one. There are no answers, so I think Elks must be wrong. Um, Okay, so then I think that makes me feel better because I think it's going to end in something like ND, RD, clue. The question mark though worries me. All right, how about my Doctor Who actors in Outbreak? Onset of. Is it one of the creatures from Doctor Who? Obviously not Daleks. I can't think of any beginning with B. Who are the C's? The Cylons? Psi something, I think. Goodness gracious. Nothing on that. All right, I think I'm going to try and work this one out on paper, this long anagram, and try and see what this might be back and forth. Oh my goodness. Well, the breakthrough was finding the prefix bi and then bidirectional. Of course, I should have thought of that. Oh, hold on. I went wrong with my typing again. There we go. Bidirectional. Wow. Tricky one. Does that help me? Not really. Does look like, oh, then maybe this is, it covers advanced or simple. That has to be the definition, but it's a very vague definition. Well, 11 minus 5, maybe we do have to come up with 6. But then the divided by over, oh, maybe over something. But now what is my have a go at the end with a something y? No. Right. Oh dear. Okay, I think I'm going to have to use word plays for this. Son or criminal baffles me. Fairly sure of lamb and skates. Well, I see the word stalker, who would definitely be a criminal. And so, yeah, I think son is S, story is tale, which goes around king, and then brother in conclusion would be the R. Ah, that's right, but that was a tricky one. All right. Ooh. Yeah, so of course it is an anagram of setter, and I don't know how I didn't spot street, which could be described as easy street. Definitely should have got that one. All right, declares. Yeah, I do think it's going to be pro something. Being in favor of strong characters at the center of Brussels, which I think is going to, well, it could be the EU, but I think it's going to be the two S's. Strong characters. There is that M character, a space, but I don't think that's it. Declares, professes, I suppose, would be declares. Yeah, but I don't see how that would work. I will check it. It is right, but we'll take a look at 15 squared to see how that one works. All right, that gives a nice F for our golfers. Fairways. Foursomes. And I think it's mess of our is rough or anagrammed. All right. All right. Very happy to start with this. I don't get that at all. All right, the top half is done, but the bottom is looking terrible. This was our lines of workers rise up to capture extremists. Yeah, I'm wondering if it could mean separately. No. Oh, we do have a nice M here. Yeah, I presume it's going to be some type of mathematics. Maybe not. It covers advanced or simple. Yeah, I'm thinking things that cover, like umbrellas are, covering fire in a military sense. Oh yeah, here's the one. Okay, I'm going to try deer. Let's check that. That is right. Okay, so I see the doctor on the outside. Look inside. Oh, could it be peer? Maybe? No, I don't know. I do not know. All right, we get a D here now. Royal man, for example, lifting, anchor. Yeah, so I do think it's going to be EG at the end, lifting. But then is it going to mean anchor? Hedge, lodge. What's another word for anchor? Budge. No. Oh, I'd love to get my Doctor Who actors. Oh, I wonder if it could be Bakers, Tom Bakers. In Outbreak. Oh, maybe. Well, of course, there's Tom Baker. Was there another Baker in Doctor Who? But I'm thinking this might be a lift and separate. If you anagram break or have break out, I'm going to go ahead and check it. It is right. We will look to 15 squared for confirmation of that. Just to make sure I did click that, because now this is a very strange word. Kedge? Cadge? Codge? I think kedge is maybe something I might have heard of. Let's check it. It is right. No idea. The royal, I think, might be the K again for king, and man, for example, man is Ed, and then, for example, lifting is the GE. Wow. All right, surely I can get my clue for a simpleton. What's going to come between the R and the E? Another vowel, maybe? Oh, but I'm wondering if it could be an airhead, might be a simpleton. But how is clue? No, I'm gonna check it. It is right, but that one completely baffles me. Clue for a simpleton. No. I'm breaking it down into air and head, AI, backwards. No, it's almost an anagram of diarrhea, but not quite. No, no idea what that is. All right, just oh my goodness, 45 minutes or more, and only 3/4 done. This is going to be a long video today. State banquet is wasting content or content. What words have we seen for a banquet? Buffet, dinner. I'm wondering about Russia for some reason. Okay, I have nothing for that one, but I did look up at 24 and then I had to go to wordplays.com. And there are quite a few words that fit, but I thought elementary might be the most likely. I think it's the word 11, ELEVEN, minus the Roman numeral for 5. And it is divided by, meaning, oh, that's very clever. You put the M for 1000 in the middle of 11. And then I think have a go was try, but very trickily. We have to put the A. Oh no, I think advanced is A. So have a go is try, but it covers A for advanced. And then the definition is simple, which this is anything but. Oh my goodness, what a journey that was. All right. Oh, now that I look at this, I think of the word stanza, which could be lines in a poem. Oh, the extremists are A and Z, I think. No, I think it's that A plus that Z are captured separately by our ants rising up. Wow. Even when I did guess that workers would be ants, as they often are, and that they would be reversed, I still couldn't see that. Very tricky. All right, here's the one I thought might have a car in it. Maybe. Well, that might be the left. In place. Red Ferrari. What was Ferrari's first name? Enzo? Yeah, I don't quite see it. And here's our state banquet now. Banquet is wasting content or content. No. I think I'm going to have more luck with this one at wordplays.com, but still, I think there's going to be a lot of words that fit this letter pattern. Well, I should have thought of the obvious shade of red with car in it, scarlet. And so the Ferrari maybe is the car. In add to places to set with left and the car in both inside of place. All right. So very happy to start with this. The only word I can think of is smug. I don't know if smug is very happy, but I think it's close enough. To start with this. It's gums backwards, but other than that, I'm going to check it. No! Let's reveal it. Soup! Well, soup is a starter. Oh, actually, we had soup just the other day, and again, it was broken up as so and up. Um, yeah, so I definitely should have seen that again. So very is so, happy is up, and you start your meal perhaps with soup. All right, so our state banquet is wasting content or content. Oh, I do see within the content of banquet is wasting. There's the old program Tis Was, which I didn't get in where I lived in Dublin. We got UTV, Ulster Television, and they for some reason didn't show Tis Was, whereas I know I've spoken to other friends who lived in different parts of Ireland and they would get other ITV stations and they loved watching Tis Was. But how is that? Well, it may be wrong. Let's go ahead and check it. It is right. If you watched Tis Was, let me know, particularly if you watched it in Ireland. So state. I presume the word existed before the program. Anyway, we'll look it up at 15 squared. All right, I'm very carefully going to check all. And, oh, hold on, I didn't confirm. That's how careful I was. And yes, I'm very sure, 99% there are no blank squares there. All right, let's see what they're saying over at 15 squared. Ah, so the blog is by Eileen. She was pleased to find him rounding off the week. And then Chaos, I didn't know is famous for having a theme, and I did not spot Baker Street, Deerstalker, Elementary, Detective, Studies, Scarlet, Sign of Four. Yeah, that's very clever. All right, there were many again, just like yesterday. I didn't understand. I did get loaded. Child is that author. I presume it's Lee. Professes. Oh, of course, from music, F is strong. And the characters in the center of Brussels, I was just literally reading the two S's, but you have to spell it out, S's, of course. So sign is an anagram of the last letters of, those four words, of course. Okay. Yeah, should have spotted that. Let's see, 22. Oh, of course, Colin Baker. I'd forgotten him. I think I lost interest pretty quickly after Tom Baker left the program. He will always be Doctor Who for me. And Break, yeah, so we did have to lift and separate. I got Elementary, that was very clever. So the look is I minus its middle letter inside of Doctor. An old trick, but still catches the unwary. Well, it certainly caught me. So here's, I should have used well, she's using Collins. I should look up my Chambers. Hold on a moment. Well, my Chambers from 1983 does not have Tis Was. I also looked up my grandfather's shorter Oxford English dictionary from 1940 something. It did not have it, and I looked under tis as well. But anyway, a state of anxiety, confusion, or excitement. And ascend. Oh, Send is a Surrey prison. Oh, I googled Send prison and found it. All right. And then on the downs, I think I understood the first. There's that root. Chaos. Oh, apparently this is topical. I'll have to look that up. And then I think it was the 18 embryos. Yeah, that's bros around the Y. Not quite and lit, but highly elusive. All right. And then airhead. A is the initial letter of air. So clue for A. Wow. You have to applaud that. Oh my goodness. So a clue for A might be airhead, but it also means a simpleton. Wow. I got stanza. Yeah, and then an anchor, a kedge, a new word for me. Let's see where this takes us. I'm always a little trepidatious, but there we go. Jolly parrot sailing, a kedge anchor, secondary anchor. All right. What are the thoughts? Good, gentle fun. Wow. As we approach an hour, I'm thinking that was it was fun, but I'm not sure it was that gentle. Kedge I learned from Arthur Ransom. Oh yeah, swallows and something or other. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time looking at the comments today. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me this far, and thanks for all the comments. I appreciate it, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend.